Shaped by Sound is made possible through support from Come Here NC, a program of the North Carolina Arts Council within the North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources.
Shaped by Sound.
13 North Carolina artists, their songs, their stories, this stage. Dan and Halli from River Whyless, thank you so much for being on Shaped by Sound.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the name River Whyless. Where did that come from?
We're a very democratic band, and it takes a long time to land on an idea that we all are cool with.
Yeah.
And we threw around a lot of names, and somehow those two words are the ones that we all voted for. Alex pulled the word Whyless from an E. Cummings poem, but he pulled the word Whyless sky. The phrase was Whyless sky, and he really liked the word Whyless, and we talked about it and what it felt like to us. And then we all thought we wanted river in the band because we from Western North Carolina, and we liked being in and around rivers. It felt like there was some quote, "You never step in the same river twice," because it's always moving and changing, and that felt like a good concept with the Whyless, not really knowing the answer to things, but being okay with that.
Yeah.
And it stuck.
When was it when you were like, okay, like, this is really River Whyless as we know it?
It was 2012, our first gig as River Whyless, billed as River Whyless.
The next year, we were really writing a lot of music together, and year after that, we were recording music, and it just has continued from
Since
there.
then.
It was pretty heavy touring too. I felt like we started to hit the road a lot. Our nightly quota was to make $125 as a group.
Yeah, okay.
And that will keep us on the road. That was like enough to keep us going, to keep the attitude up and like keep us happy and pay the
gas and
pay the gas. We weren't
gas.
doing hotels. We were camping only or
Whoa.
staying with friends. So you'd roll up to the campsite after the gig at midnight, and everyone have your headlamps on, setting up your tent. You crash, and then you don't really know where you are because it's dark. You got the van headlights pointing, and then you wake up the next morning, and wherever you
Or
are,
there's a
you're
police
there's a
knocking on
policeman.
your, like, this is not a campsite. We thought it was a campsite.
Oopsies.
Like
We
Chicago,
kinda-
that time that everyone was in their boxers, and we were sleeping in the van in front of in a residential neighborhood, and we woke up to this sound of water hitting the van, and there was a man standing in his yard with a hose, and he was
It was just hosing
spraying
down the
water
van?
on the van, like, "Hey, punks, get out of the neighborhood. You shouldn't be here." And I remember Ryan and his boxers crawled up to the steering wheel and drove the van like 3 blocks down, and then we slept some more.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that was right before.
Yeah, Audio Tree.
Right
and-
before. We
yeah.
had 2 video podcasts that day.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Audio Tree.
That's so funny to hear that story because I've seen that performance and you guys crush it.
We were so tired. We drove through the night, slept in the van in Chicago, got
Yeah.
sprayed by the dad, and
Yeah.
then like somehow pulled it together by 10 a.m. to play that show.
Long time lover, have you gone? I left you walking through the parking lot of a Motel 6 as I turned our van back east. Somewhere on the road we lost our way. But in my mind, I can save us all. I can breathe it all back to life. In my mind, in my mind. Well, I spend my whole life moving. I spend my whole life on a road. From a dream I'm waking up, and for the first time I'm terrified of waking up alone. Within the shade of my delusions, I drive into the night, drive into a life that I deemed worth living all my life. In my hands, a child is dying. In my mind, I can save the boy. I can breathe it all back to life. In my mind,
So you were mentioning that you all are very democratic.
Every aspect of every song is up for debate.
Yeah.
And, you know, like all the different musical parts, all the lyrics, all the chords, all the you know, everything from the way it's recorded to the tempo it's played. And it makes for a lot of different versions of songs, which is fun. Also very tiring sometimes.
So you do have to be prepared to compromise your inner feelings for the greater whole, which is such a cool practice, but such a hard practice to do years and years and years. But I think we've gotten used to it now, so we love each other going into it, and we know that we're going to have these conversations.
Is there a song that somebody brought it to the group and you're like, that's it, let's not touch it?
The Pool is an example of that.
That was a one and done.
I don't think it was really
Yeah, it
messed
was like-
with at all.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a song with a guitar, and then we just added some harmonies and
When you
a
know,
little
you
bit
know.
of instrumentation.
Right.
The Pool is a story. Ryan wrote the lyrics to this one, and it's about a dear friend of his. She was a friend of all of ours, but it's a friend of his, first and foremost, from when he was a little kid. She was like late 20s, I think, died of breast cancer. And as she was in the hospital, like she was in a lot of pain, and she was being told about like a pool of water she just wanted to be in a pool of water where she could just float and the pain would go away. And unfortunately, that wasn't a reality for her. But that was like one of her wishes that she could have, and that's where the song's name comes from. But the story is more from the perspective of her partner at the time, who in the hospital room, he proposed to her, and they got married, and then the next day she passed away. And it was such a dear subject and such a personal story that I think we all just inherently knew that that one's done and it's perfect and we don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
But it's always one that really hits home for us. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of a handful of times right off the top of my head where I've like couldn't make it through the song. I had to like leave because I was too emotional.
Every time it is sung, for me, I draw up whoever I've just lost, or if my friend has just lost someone, or I cannot help but just bring up somebody or be affected by the grief of someone near me every time we sing that song, which is exhausting, but also very powerful.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Did you ever find the pool of that was promised? Floated on your back, love, help the pain subside. Remembering the last words that were promised, of you and I bound in endless light. Well, here I am and how I want you. If it could only stay the same as it once was, as it once was. Before you take the flight, love, that I can't follow, I'll wed you in your bed, love, help the pain subside. I'll be thrown into the darkness come tomorrow. But for tonight, you'll be my bride. you. If it could only stay the same as it once was, as it once was. I wish I had more strength, love. I wish we had more time. I'd ripped apart the shadow that was inside you. But as it is, I'm empty now. But as it is, I'm empty now, but as it is, I'm empty now. Here I am and how I want you. Here I am and how I miss you. If it could only stay the same as it once was. As it once was, as it once was.
In what ways do you think that you are shaped by sound?
I don't like to be on stage, and I don't like to be like having focus put on me necessarily. I'm very shy and introverted, and at a party, you know, I'm a wallflower. I like to just kind of sit back. I'm not trying to get on the dance floor, but music has always given me a voice to be part of that conversation, and to like, if I'm at the party, I'm usually the one playing the music, which is, I love to do that. Yeah. And it's given me like an identity that I can like speak to people with, and like say how I feel, say how I think through the music. And so to have that output for me, I don't know who honestly, I don't know who I would be if I didn't have that.
Yeah, I don't know who you would be without music. I can't divorce that from you. That is definitely you. And I think being a musician, set that aside, if I were to look back at my memories in my life and how the shelf of memories I have in my brain, I think they're 99% affiliated with sound, affiliated with music. Like, we're here, this has been great, and I'll probably remember most the hallway here in the PBS station that has this incredible reverb. Just from walking in it and listening to someone speak, that's probably going to be what the imprint. And I think about my grandmother and my stepmom's mother, and my memory of her is standing in the Catholic church with red lipstick on, singing a high note at Christmas, and I just can see her singing the note. I can see my grandfather on my mother's side singing in his deep, deep tenor voice. And when I think of Ryan and the band, my buddy, when I think of a memory, I immediately go back to when we were drinking too much around the campfire in those early years when we were camping, and he got a little bleary in the eyes, and he said, "Halli, I want you to play me an old tune on the fiddle. I want to pretend that I'm in the Civil War and I'm sitting around the campfire." When Ryan's not in the interview, I get to it. It was for his birthday. He wanted a Civil War tune on the fiddle while he sat around the campfire so he could go there, which is him being shaped by sound. He wants to venture through that. Right. Mm-hmm. And I feel like all of my good memories and the memories that make me feel whole and make me feel like who I am are all sonic memories. There are visual ones, I'm sure, but there's always a sound. Yeah. There's that beautiful river, but I can hear the river in my there's no word for mind's eye. Mind's ear. My ears. My mind's ear. My mind's ear. Mind's ear. I can hear it.
Well, thank you both again. We really appreciate it. And thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
the loved and reckless. I made my case to the highest names, but they drown me out in hallelujahs. All deaf with praise. Just where you think I would, I found my circus. In the dim light of a West Town bar, shout benedictions out to feed our fire. Amen, amen, what men we are. And as the oak and the smoke rings paint you in the glow of Dyke Brown, to see you dance so free I can't hear nothing. Hey boys, man down. You said I suit you like a farmer's armor, and fields to call his mind away. How you heal me from an orphan's sorrow as rains wash away the gray. Just my mother, try to reshape me, and I'm just my father. And all of those songs I learned before I forgot. Now when the day comes, I am lowered in a case of Dyke Brown. Wanna hear my circus shouting out in benediction. Wanna hear them singing all deaf with praise. Wanna see you dance in the glow of sundown. All around, so free, all around my grave.
Thanks for joining us on Shaped by Sound. If you'd like to hear more of our discussion from today, you can find it over on our website, pbsnc.org/shapebysound, or you can find it on the PBS app.
Shaped by Sound is made possible through support from Come Here NC, a program of the North Carolina Arts Council within the North Carolina Department of Natural and Cultural Resources.